More than 3 months ago, Emil from Squidmar Miniatures asked me if I could keep a secret about something cool they created. I said no. Just kidding. Obviously, I said yes, and he sent me their brand new dragon, Strak, Nightmare Incarnate, which is a god in their universe, Sona. So they sent me the dragon for free, which is very nice, in case I wanted to make something cool with it. And I did. I love big dragons, you know? Once the dragon arrived, I bet it to see its real-life size and which kind of mini I could proxy it with. My first idea was to make a Stormcast Eternal with it. I started to look for which one to make. I was thinking about Ionus Squidmar, but I like the mini so much and it's a unique mini. I can't play two of them. So no Stormcast Eternal. And then I realized that I needed a Vampire Lord on Dragon for my Soulblight army. It was perfect because I don't like the zombie dragon. It's a little bit too old, while the Terrorgeist still looks amazing. It's funny to see how much the pose of a model is important. I made my choice. It will be a dragon for my Vampire Lord. So I started to wonder what I could make with this dragon to make a cool zombie dragon for my Vampire Lord. And then reality hit me in the face. I suck at converting minis. I really do suck at it. I never learned anything on that and I will not do it on a brand new dragon to destroy it. Dana already made a video about it. So if I can't use my hands, I will use my brain. 1000 IQ. Brand new lore for my dragon. There was a black dragon. Powerful, tall and feared. No one could approach him without facing death. But one day, a powerful vampire lord wanted to control the dragon with his powers. After trying to control him without any success, he fought and fought again the dragon many times. Several years of duel created a mutual respect between the two warriors. One day, a powerful enemy reached a territory that both the vampire lord and the black dragon shared, and it happened. The two opponents knew that they couldn't defeat the enemy alone. They made a temporary alliance to defeat the enemy. While they fought together, they felt that their respective powers increased. It was because of the alchemy between them. Since this day, the two powerful warriors stayed together and fight together, and no one can defeat them. Okay, cool, now my Vampire Lord rides a living dragon. It's time to paint everything, but for that, I have to change the size of the base. The mini I want to play is on a 130mm base, but I like the original base. So to keep the original base and to get the appropriate size, I just glue the base on the bigger base. I'm so lazy. Once dry, I put a lot of texture everywhere to blend everything together. I also added a lot of skeleton parts from the Soulblight Skeletons kit to create the illusion that the Vampire Lord brought back to life some skeletons to fight for him. And ta-da! It looks amazing. In the meantime, I built the Vampire Lord from the Terrorgeist kit, which I'm happy to have because I have a Flesh Eater Course army. You can see it on this video just here. Okay, good! Everything is ready for painting. I undercoated the model and then started painting. So I started with the most exciting part, the black dragon. I did an entire base coat of Doom Death Black. It's really important to do that on an undercoat. This way, if you want to make some touch-ups later, you have the right color. Then I highlighted the skin with some desaturated brown, so that I had a black dragon and not a bluish dragon in the highlights. I think it's better this way. The shape of the mini is really cool. With an airbrush, you quickly get some cool highlights. Then, with a brush, I highlighted some areas that I wanted brighter to catch the attention. In the meantime, I base coated and then highlighted all the horns and thorns it had on its back. I chose a warmer brown to get some contrast between the skin and the horns, and it will also make a good contrast with the red of the Vampire Lord later. Then I finished some details like the eyes, the teeth or the tongue, and voila, the Black Dragon is done! Here arrives Games Workshop in my story. What I didn't say until now is that this beautiful mini was revealed in January. As the Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon is a multi-parts plastic kit shared with the Flesh Eater coats, I was convinced that it would stay in the range. It was a beginner mistake. Never trust GW to keep what you love in range. Never. So at this point of my journey, I pre-ordered the new limited edition box for the Soul Brights. When I received the box and opened the bottom, I discovered that my Vampire Lord was no longer in the book. It moved to Legends rules, which is really bad. So sadly, I was a little bit depressed by this project and let him on the side. In the meantime, I painted some Eldaris, Fulgrim 2, and after processing the news, I was hyped again with the project. After all, playing with Legend rules is not the end of the world, just my world. So let's go back to the project. It was time to move on to the base. I wanted to finish the base first to get some videos of the dragon on its own, before adding the Vampire Lords on his neck. I went for a warm base with the big stone in grey. I thought that it could create a good contrast with the dragon itself. I also painted all the skeletons. Honestly, I love my base. The Black Dragon is done! Here is what he looks like without the rider, but with a bigger base. The bigger the better. Finally, the last part of the miniature, the Vampire Lord. I painted him in red. In fact, it was a really quick step. The Vampire Lord is entirely in armor and just have some little details on it. Once he was painted, I glued him on the neck of the dragon and voila! My Vampire Lord on Black Dragon is ready to lead my legions of undead to the battle. I like my Vampire Lord conversion. I'm not at all accustomed to play Warhammer games with other brands' minis, but I like it. Maybe I'm going to fall into the hole, buy a 3D printer and make a lot of minis from other sculptors. Only the future will tell. Thanks for watching, please subscribe, bye!